Okay, so because the first time I recorded this video on how to do some map making stuff with WorldEdit, the video recorder didn't record for some reason. I'm making another video and I'm going to redo the whole tutorial. So this here is the mountain that I quickly threw together. Well, I don't know about quickly, but yeah, I threw together for an example. Wasn't my best, but it looks pretty good. Looks decent. Snow Cap Mountain. So I'm going to just be showing you guys how I did that. I'm going to try not to take too much of your time up. And yeah, now let's just see here. As you can see, I was typing in commands and stuff. Let's just go like this. Or, just teleport to a new area. I'll probably put all the commands I'm going to use in the description. Okay, this here looks okay. Actually, I'll just maybe go over them all kind of here, basically. Okay. So first of all, I use my. Just give me a sec here. I'm gonna get rid of these stupid. Get rid of the stupid red letters that are driving me crazy. Okay. The commands. I'm gonna go for the commands here. What I'm gonna be using. I use the brush command a lot, and I use it because I can apply it to tools, and I can like physically alter the terrain, and just with a click, it's very useful. So I'll just write all the commands out and have them all up here in the text. So the first one I like to use is brush sphere. Yep, if I can spell right. Sphere stone 20. I use this for building the base of the mountain. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, I didn't show it there. Okay, so I'll just do this. So brush sphere stone 20. Another one I like to use is brush sphere gravel 5. So it's making a sphere of gravel. It's 5. It has a diameter of 5, I think it is. I use this just to help me naturalize the way the mountain looks to a degree. Another one is brush sphere. Oh no, not sphere. Brush smooth 20. Another one would be brush sphere air 10. Okay, I'll just leave those 4 there on the screen for now. So yeah, we got them here. Sphere stone 20, brush gravel 5, brush smooth 20, and brush sphere air 10. I'll show you guys how all those are used here. So I'm just gonna use that first one here, and apply the second one to this tool. See, I'm just applying them to each tool down in my hotbar. Okay. Okay. So, first one puts a big ball of stone. So we'll just, and I use this to build up the base of the mountain, just like the bulk of it, because it's the easiest way to go about doing it, I found. So I'll just go like this. Okay. right? One more. Okay. Let's give that a second here to deal with all that. Come on, load. Load. And that creeper is come buried. Okay, so we'll just... I think that's probably the one thing I did, like, when I first started using this server mod. Well, it's actually a single player mod as well, but when I first started using it, that was the one thing I just had more fun doing, was just making life miserable for any creeper I seen. Okay. Oh, it's not loading very well here. Come on. Okay, I think I'll leave this aside for now. Okay. Oh, I got the fourth command here. Brush. It's right out so you guys can see it here. Or not sphere. Brush. Gravity 20. This is another one I use a lot. It's quite useful for quickly whipping together a mountain. So you can see it there. Let's just apply that to this tool here. And basically what this does is it applies the same effect like gravel has, like the gravity effect, to any material temporarily. So like if I click on some of these trees, if I'm not too far away from them, that is. Come on. Why did I not? Do I have a mask applied on this tool? I'm just gonna make sure I have no masks applied from before when I tried to video this. I'll show you guys what masks are here in a moment. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. See? All the leaves on the trees got pulled down to the ground here. Come on. It takes a little bit for the load because it's quite... it does chew on your performance quite a bit. Your frames per second will drop if you go too crazy with it, especially if you're using it on jungle. Anyway, so see all this like a bunch of spheres. If I use the gravity on it, it kind of sort of helps get rid of the roundness on the bottom of the spheres there. Helps bring them all down so there's nothing floating in the air. Come on. Like I said, it does take a lot of performance. Like it's here, just lagging a bit, I think. Unless it's not responding to my clicking, I'm not sure. There we go, okay. Just do this whole strip here and let it lag for a moment. Come on. Right. Gravity apply. There we go. It's lagging. That means it's probably working. There we go. Okay, good. Okay, so that's basically what the gravel does. Gravity does. I mean, gravel. I use it for a very similar use. I use it to help me get rid of the roundness of the mountains a bit, make it more cliff-like. And for burying monsters, it's kind of fun. Seeing this, like, it's very, very good for trying to bring out a more pointedness to the mountains and whatnot. More jaggedness, I guess. I can't describe it as anything else than that. And also this it is quite taxing on performance if you go too crazy with it. One thing I've found with making mountains is be generous with the gravel. Even if you don't put it all down, like I said, it is taxing on performance, so you don't want to put it all at once. But at the same time, don't skimp out on it, because it really makes a difference at getting rid of the roundedness of these spheres and giving it a jagged cliff-like look. You can't replace it. Okay, that didn't work out for some reason. Fall. Come on, fall. Fine then, be that way. I can change it to day here. It's irritating. Time set day. We got trees in the mountain here. Oh well. There's ways to deal with that too. But I'm not really feeling up to showing that right now. So just kind of. Actually, I think this mountain's looking better than the first one I did. I'm kind of liking it. There we go. That's looking nice. Just gonna bring out all these cliffs here. Come on. There we go. Yeah, hoping this video's not too... I'm thinking it's dragging on a bit, but I don't know. I have such a terrible ability to keep track of time. Hoping it's not lagging, or not taking too long to do this. Just because I don't want people getting bored watching me making a mountain. It's not really something I can do a good job of and do quickly, really. Okay, I'm not going to do the second half of the mountain, just like I normally would fill in all in there. But just because it's going to take that much more time, I'm just going to show you guys from this side. It'll still look good from this angle. And it'll be enough to prove itself and to show you, give you guys a good example for how I do this. We'll just make it look okay from this side. In fact, actually, what I'm going to do is like this. Put a couple spheres down here. And some gravel. Okay, and then I use the smooth tool, which I haven't shown you guys yet. It's going to end up blending in those trees, but I don't care right now. Come on. Smooth tool kind of just smoothens everything out. Thus the name smooth tool. Well, not tool, it's a command, brush command, a smooth brush command. Yeah, like you can see it's smoothing the trees out into a flat kind of thing. Watch out. And like, it is useful, but you don't want to go too overkill with it, just because it removes the ruggedness of your mountains. So you kind of just want to use it around the base of your mountain or any areas you want to be kind of like a sloped in this. But if you go too crazy with it, you lose your cliffs and your and all that. I'm just gonna do it around the base here. Oh, I wish those trees didn't blend like that. That would look better if they didn't. I'm gonna actually go brush smooth 5. Just do a small one. And that I'm going to use up here. See if that helps. Come on. Oh, is there a mask on this one? There was. And don't worry, I'll get to the masks here in just a short bit. And get to what this whole mask thing is. I haven't quite needed it yet, so that's why I haven't gone over it, but on this particular mountain. But and the order in which you do stuff changes if I find per mountain, just based on how it's going. Just trying to get rid of all these little spheres because it looks retarded. You want the rugged cliffs, but you don't want the spheres like that. So the smooth tool helps get rid of those. So does the air tool if you use which one was that? This one? I think it was this one. No. Wait. This one. Yeah, if I do like that, see how it just digs a big gouge out, right? But now if I smoothen that, how that kind of, and also if we use gravity here in this particular instance, because it did that. There, see, now that looks pretty okay there. Okay, so that's looking okay. What was I saying? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the air tool. So here, this looks like a sphere right here. Kind of, this looks very spherical right here. We don't want that. So if I go put a hole in the mountain basically right there, and I smoothen that out, and we'll use a little bit of gravity on that. There, now that sphere's gone. And we can use the small, the small one in there to kind of help blend that out. Yeah, and if I look at the back end of this, it's like the back end of these mountains looks incredibly retarded. But normally I'd fill this all in and have this all built up to there, and it would look a lot better. But we're not dealing with back there because that's going to take that much more time. Okay, so basically I've covered how to build the base of the mountain, basic parts. Now for this next part, I'm going to go over how to naturalize the way it looks. Okay, so one way to deal with the fact that the mountain's made out of gravel is to change it into stone. If I type in mask, let's just delete that. If I go for this tool and I type in brush sphere stone 20, okay, it's gonna make it a sphere of stone for size 20. Make sure there's no masks applied. Okay, now if I go mask gravel, what that's gonna do is it's gonna tell the game only apply the command on this tool, which in this case is brush sphere 20. Only apply this to gravel. If I put an exclamation mark, that means don't apply it to gravel, apply it to absolutely everything else. So actually, let's just use gravel here to show you. So if I use gravel, you can see here I got stone and gravel. I click on the gravel, it turns into stone. Yet if I click on the trees, it doesn't apply the trees at all, just to the gravel. If I go like this, let's use the exclamation mark, but let's go mask exclamation mark air. That means do not turn any air blocks into gravel. Yes, there is such thing as air blocks. It's the empty space. So like if I go, or not turn it into gravel, do not turn anything except for air blocks into stone. So like if I click here, you see how the dirt, the trees, the snow, all of it turns into gravel. Or not gravel, stone, I mean. That's how these mask basically. So, and it comes quite in handy here. If you want to remove a mask given tool, you just type in /mask and it says mask disabled. Let's put gravel back on. I don't really care to turn anything else into it. I just want to get rid of this gravel. So that's that. Now it becomes quite useful. Like it's quite handy. I'll show you in a moment here another use for the mask command. Another situation where you'd use it. I mean, let me just finish turning all this gravel into stone. Okay, all of it. I'm hoping this video is going to come out clear because I'm using a new video recording program I haven't used before. So, oh wow, that's some lag. Okay, come on. There we go. I don't care. Okay, so that's basically now we got ourselves a mountain. It looks pretty good. Now I'll show you guys how to make it snow-capped. So I'm just gonna go. So now here I'm gonna be using another command. Very similar to the first one. It's a brush cylinder, not spheres. Okay, cylinder. Make the cylinder out of sand this time. And I want the cylinder to be 20 wide by 1. Let's make it 2 tall. Or you know what? No, let's make it 1 tall. Okay, now you're like, well, probably wondering, well, what the heck? Why do you need a cylinder of sand? Let's make it 10. Yeah, okay. Why do you need a cylinder of sand? Well, I'll show you. Sand, like gravel, falls, and so like snow adds that realistic snow falling on top of the mountain peak look. And also, like gravel, it lags your computer, so you gotta be careful with how much of it you use. Unless, of course, you have one of those beast of computers that choose everything in existence, then in that case, good for you. Or if you're using Linux, I haven't done a whole lot with Linux. I've tried it a couple times before. Apparently, it's supposed to be really good for things like Minecraft and whatnot, but it takes a lot of learning to figure out how to use, because there's like half the stuff you install on it you have to install by commands and whatnot. And if you're used to Windows, if you've grown up with Windows or Mac, if you use Mac a lot and you are not up to learning new things, don't touch Linux, or just don't touch Linux, unless of course you already know a crap ton about Linux. Then in that case, anyway, whatever. I'm going on and on here. Let's get this here on there. Okay. That's looking pretty snow-capped mountain-like. Well, to me, it's looking sand-capped mountain-like. Okay, so. Oh, no, I don't want to type, whatever. So we have our sand on top of our mountain here. Now, just like a second ago when I showed you how to change gravel into stone, we're going to do the same thing for sand. So I'm just going to go remove the mask on here for a sec. And I'm going to change the command on this. I'm going to make a brush sphere 80, which is the ID for the snow block, not the layer snow, but the physical block. It's a brush sphere 80. 20. So that's a brush of ID 80. Make the sphere 20 wide, and I'm gonna apply a mask of sand. So basically, just change the sand blocks to snow. Okay, if you look here, you'll see. And the reason why I use the snow blocks instead of this snow layer is if you use the snow layer, you can't see it from the side. You can't see the snow-capped mountain effect from the side very well. You can only see it from the top, and most people will be down on the ground looking up at the mountain, not up in the air looking down on the mountain. So you want to be able to see all the snow from the side, and that's the snow blocks. To give you an example of what I'm talking about here, I'm just gonna make it snow on this spot here. Okay, there, see, I just covered this in snow layer instead of snow blocks. Now if I go down here, see how you can barely see that, but over there you can really see the snow. If I go back over here, That there you barely see. That there you really see. That looks quite snow-capped. That's why I use snow blocks. It's just my preference. I mean, if you prefer the way that looks, go ahead, use that. But yeah, that's just my personal preference here. I'm just gonna finish changing all the sand to snow. Of course, I guess this side doesn't really matter too much, but did I leave this on the sand command? Yes, I did. And yeah, okay, so that's basically how I snow cap the mountains. And it's nighttime again. Let's change it back to day. Did it work? What's going on here? Why is it not? I'm typing that in, right? Yeah. There we go. Okay, it's just lagging. Yeah, that's probably, if you don't have a super good computer, take it slow and easy. Don't build anything too quickly, because computers tend to have issues with it, with Minecraft, as it is. Okay, so for the final thing now, I'm gonna I'm just gonna make the bottom of this mountain look more grassy and realistic here. Grass 5, mask stone. Okay. That looks strange, but whatever. We'll leave it. Adds personality to the mountain, I guess. A little bit of dirt along the bottom. With the cliffs, we don't want too much dirt along the bottom because that will look unrealistic. Just adjusting my headphones here. Okay, I'll bring the dirt around here. Let's bring it up. And then down there. Oh, looks like some of the gravel didn't get changed over. Oh well. We'll make this, it means this is a more hill-like area. We'll make this all grass up in here. With the exception of where the gravel is, because that didn't get changed. Okay. Yeah, just keep in mind when you're doing this that nothing about mountains is square and uniform and perfect. Everything about like mountains are just like messy, sloppy, kind of, sort of. Well, not messy, sloppy, but like they don't. You don't. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. I don't know how to say it. They're not square. They're not man-made like cities and whatnot. But yeah, I'm thinking that's looking pretty good. Yeah, and that's basically how I go about doing that. Building the mountains, and then for valleys, what I usually do is just build a second mountain right here, kind of things. What I would do, fairly close but not too close. Use the air command brush thing to kind of gouge it out more if I have to. Smooth it out. Do lots of smoothing with smoothing it out, and then put water in the bottom. But I'll show you guys how to use commands with water in my next video, because this one's probably dragged on quite long enough. So talk to you guys then.